If your mind has been running all day, you do not have to chase silence. Just let something gentle slow you down. There is nothing to solve right now, nothing to prove. This moment is only asking for a softer breath, a looser jaw, a little more space between your thoughts. Let the pace be easy. Let the world get quiet around the edges. You have arrived in a place where the air feels unhurried, and time does not need to be managed. It only needs to be noticed. This is not a story to keep up with. It is a place to rest your attention. A calm body often follows a calm rhythm. Steady, slow, predictable. So let your shoulders drop. Let your hands rest. Let the next breath be the easiest part of the day. Notice how relief begins quietly, not with effort, but with allowance. The breath lengthens when it is given room. The chest softens when it is not being asked to hold so much. Even a few quiet minutes can begin a reset, especially when nothing in the scene demands anything from you. Recent research in 2024 found that digital nature, including nature videos, can reduce stress, and when the content matches the feeling of real nature, the difference becomes surprisingly small. In other words, a gentle landscape can do more than decorate the background. It can help the nervous system exhale. So stay here. Let the mind ease down from the edge of the day. Let it stop scanning for the next task. Let it rest in what is already enough. There is comfort in soft movement. A slow drift of light. A quiet passing of water. A branch that barely sways. Nothing abrupt. Nothing sharp. The eyes do not need to work hard. The body does not need to brace. A 2024 experiment on work-related stress recovery found that a brief forest walk video helped people relax after mental strain. That matters because calm does not always need to be complicated. Sometimes the first step is simply giving the mind a slower place to land. If your thoughts still feel busy, let them be busy a little farther away. You do not have to follow them. You do not have to answer them. You can let them pass. Let the sounds of nature do some of the work. A 2024 review found that natural sounds, compared with a quiet environment, improved heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing rate. Another large analysis found average reductions in heart rate, blood pressure, and respiratory rate, along with lower anxiety. Those are not just numbers. They are signs that the body knows how to soften when it meets something steady and familiar. So breathe with the rhythm of this place. In and out. Easy. Unforced. If you notice the pause between breaths, let that pause be comfortable. There is nothing to hurry toward. Nothing to catch up with. Nothing to defend. Just this quiet, settling rhythm. The most powerful calm engine may be rhythm. Slow. Repeated. Predictable. A 2024 analysis of slow-paced breathing found reliable immediate effects. Lower blood pressure, slightly lower heart rate, and greater heart rate variability, which is one sign of recovery. In plain language, when the pace slows, the body often follows. That is why this journey does not rush. It gives the nervous system time to notice that it is safe to settle. Let each transition be unhurried. Let each moment arrive fully before it passes. The more predictable the rhythm, the easier it becomes to release the need to stay on alert. There is relief in that predictability. Relief in knowing you do not have to brace for the next thing. There is no pressure to think deeply here. Just let the attention rest on simple things. A stretch of open air. A gentle line of trees. The hush between movements. Sometimes the mind resists at first. It reaches for unfinished tasks, old conversations, invisible lists. If that happens, do not argue with it. Just return to the breath. Return to the softness around you. A 2024 study on guided breathing found that slow breathing itself carried much of the calming effect, even more than the environment around it. That is reassuring. Peace can begin in something very small. One breath, then another. One longer exhale, then a little more space. You are already moving in the right direction. Small moments matter, especially when they are repeated. In a 2024 randomized trial, people who watched just 1 minute of nature each day for a week showed less repetitive negative thinking and more happiness. That is a simple truth with a gentle shape. You do not need a dramatic escape to feel better. You only need a little space, offered consistently. So let this be that space. A soft pause in the middle of everything. A place where your mind can stop rehearsing and start resting. Nothing needs to be solved in this minute. Nothing needs to be carried forward. You can set it down. You can leave it where it is. You can let this minute be enough. If your mind keeps reaching for the next thing, let it rest closer to home. Feel the simple fact of being here. The weight of your body, the softness of the breath, the quiet promise that, for these moments, nothing needs your performance. This is how tension begins to loosen. Not by force, but by permission. A slower scene gives the nervous system a gentler job. It only has to observe. It only has to be present. And presence can be deeply restful when it is not asked to solve, judge, or prepare. Just observe the calm as it gathers. Just allow the quiet to arrive in its own time. There is a tenderness in unforced attention. When the eye is not chasing stimulation, the whole body can stop bracing for impact. That is why long, ambient moments matter so much. They give the mind a place to land without asking for a reply. They offer a rhythm that does not surprise you. They offer enough time for the nervous system to stop scanning and start settling. Let this be that kind of room. Spacious, quiet, safe. Made for breathing, not for reaching. Made for easing, not for effort. If you feel the urge to do something, let that urge pass gently by. You are allowed to simply remain. Now let the scene become even quieter. Let the movement thin out. Let the visual world feel less crowded, less insistent, more open. This is how calm deepens. Not by adding more, but by removing what is unnecessary. One quiet layer at a time. One soft transition at a time. The goal is not to impress the mind. It is to soothe it. If a thought rises, let it pass like a cloud moving across a wide sky. If a feeling rises, let it soften without explanation. You are allowed to rest without understanding everything first. Rest can be the understanding. Stillness can be the answer. Peace does not need to be complicated. Some people come to a scene like this carrying stress from work, from noise, from the constant pull of attention. Others come simply because they are tired. Either way, the invitation is the same. Breathe. Unclench. Unfold. A calmer state is not a reward you earn. It is something you return to when life has asked too much. Let the shoulders sink lower. Let the hands feel heavy in the best way. Let the face relax around the eyes and mouth. There is a quiet relief in no longer holding yourself so tightly. You do not have to be tense to be ready. You do not have to be busy to matter. You can just be here. Keep following the gentlest possible line. The quiet water. The open space. The fading motion. Every soft detail is here to remind you that safety can feel simple. In nature, nothing forces calm. It unfolds. It drifts. It settles. That is the same direction this moment is moving now. From motion into stillness. From effort into ease. From noise into spaciousness. If your breathing has slowed, let it slow a little more. If your thoughts have quieted, let them rest without being watched. There is a kind of peace that does not ask to be held onto. It only asks to be noticed while it is here. And when it begins to fade, you will know the way back. And now, as everything grows more still, remember this. Calm does not have to arrive all at once. It can enter in small, gentle steps. A softer breath. A looser thought. A little less tension in the body. A little more room in the mind. That is enough. You do not need to become anyone else to feel at ease. You only need to let ease meet you where you are. Carry this quiet with you if you can. Let it follow you into the next moment, and the next. Even after this video ends, you can return to this feeling with one slow breath, one deliberate exhale, one peaceful pause. Save this one, and subscribe for more calm places to return to.